Hey, it's me, Shane, Gemini Garage, and kind of have an interesting video today. It's how to preserve a box using some clear packing tape. If you want to know why you'd want to do something like that, we all know sometimes keeping the box is nice, sometimes it adds value to something, and then other times it's just nice to have something still in the box. A lot of times it's also good for just identification of something. Like, for example, take this old heating pad. The heating pad's in excellent shape and hasn't been used that much, but it's old and the box is kind of falling apart. However, this box, I don't keep this thing laying around, so when I'm looking for it, you know, because I've had this thing forever, my eye is trained to look for this box. So since it's kind of fallen apart, I'm going to fix it up a little bit and see if we can get a little bit more life out of it. And same thing with this thing here. As you can see, this has a little amount of shelf wear on it, but what's in here is brand new. But again, the box is just you know, really worn. This meter here, this thing is like from the 40s, and if it hadn't had a tape job, it wouldn't have a box anymore. And a lot of people would say, well, doing that ruins the originality of the box. So if the box is completely falling apart anyways, it really doesn't matter. This stuff is all worth more in a box that's taped up than not at all, I think. So anyways, with that, that's kind of been my little hack over the years. So I'm going to reposition the camera and just kind of show you how I do it real quick. So stick with me. Alright, so again, you want to do this so you can help preserve a box that's really old. Like I said, this is a box to an old meter. You know, and it had, you know, the instructions still, and this meter's really nice. Man, this box was just really starting to kind of fall apart. And so putting the clear packing tape on it, it hasn't really deteriorated any over the last 4 or 5 years. It's been this way, and so you know, happy about that. Like I said, this stuff is still worth more in a taped up box than one that's completely disintegrated or you know, missing the box altogether. Let's tape this thing up. Like I said, pretty much just going to run tape around it, and then we'll just cut the edges there, and should be good to go. It's not rocket science, but it works pretty good. Probably not something you should do in the middle of the night. A little bit noisy, the packing tape there. Good thing to do around Christmas time. And again, you may get a wrinkle here and there. There was already some tape there, no big deal. Once again, you got to remember these things are falling the hell apart, so anything around it is better. Some of these boxes, if they're really bad, you might need to go around them twice. But it works. And like I said, it's, you know, it's kind of effectively like laminating you know, your box. So you don't have to be real specific about measuring the ends or anything, just, you know. You may have some stray pieces and ends here and there when you're done. That's okay. Just fold them over, tape them up, or clip them off. I know this is kind of a weird video, but I think you get it. Like I said before, if you've got an item in a box and the box is really old and you're used to looking at that box or looking for that box for, you know, who knows how long, it's kind of nice to be able to keep it in the same box if you can. Sometimes putting something in a different box and just labeling it just isn't the same when you're looking for it in a hurry, you know? It's about the 10th time I've done that there. Let this thing stick to that box. So that box wants to be taped. If you work at the post office or a mailbox store and you get really bored during the day and you have a lot of old crappy boxes, here you go. A little lunchtime activity for you. And this works on pretty much any size box. I mean, I've done this to boxes that are, you know, pretty good size, so. It's not art and it isn't perfect, but it does the trick. And if you've got a box that's new or newer and you know it's going to go through hell or you want to try and preserve it, you know, you can do this on the get-go, and it does kind of help, you know, waterproof them and laminate it a little bit. Okay, so I think we're pretty good on all the sides here. Going to hit the ends real quick here. Oh, this is going to be one of those videos you're going to have to probably be like on mushrooms or something to find it marginally entertaining, but what are you going to do, right? Okay. Something to do around family and friends too, because they'll think you've absolutely lost yourself. Okay, let me go over this corner here one time here. That corner's had a rough life. Okay, all these corners have had a rough life. Okay, well that feels good all the way around. That's kind of how you know, is when you don't feel any more shaggy edges anywhere, then you're pretty much good to go. So, let me grab my knife real quick. Okay. And there you go. So, like I said, you might want to go over this edge here or some of these flaps with some more tape depending on how bad they are or if they're even still there, right? But there you go. And this is why this box is worth doing this, is because what's in here is just, you know, it's still in the styrofoam, it's all nice and new in here, so worth doing it to some of these boxes here. So, there you go. That's ready for quite a few more years of storage and action and shipping and all kinds of stuff there. That's be good to go for a while. Going to do this one next, just for the heck of it. Alright, just wanted to check the camera and everything there, adjust it a little bit. So this one here, the ends are really the weaker spot on it. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do the exact same thing. Like I said, these ends here are kind of the weak spot here. So I think what I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm just going to go ahead and tape it all up. And I'm going to tape these ends on here first to kind of keep them nice and square. And this one of these ends can be permanently taped up. That's part of the problem, is both ends just come open and neither end's ever been taped up. It's funny how stuff like this, just as time goes by, it's like, I mean, somebody could have maybe taped the end of this box on there, you know, in like 1980 something, but they chose not to, right? Okay, you can see that's kind of started to firm the box up real good there. And here's another good reason. Sometimes your box may have instructions or pictures or an address or something else that you might need on there. So okay, so there we go. You can already see this thing is a lot more solid. You're like, well, yeah, you taped both the ends shut, but you see what I'm saying? It's a lot more, lot better off there. Let's do our remove our little end here so we can get into it. Okay, there you go. And this has some more years of storage left, obviously, if you look at how old it is to begin with, so it should last a long time. So yeah, if you've got a box that's falling apart like that, you know, if you don't need to throw it away, don't. Tape it up and you'll be just as happy with it. So anyways, hope that helped you out. Kind of an interesting tip that I learned over the years there. So till the next video, Shane, Gemini Garage. And if you think about it, click the like and subscribe. Thanks.